All right, sports scenario back. Man, yo.
It's been a lot happening, man.
Yeah,
it's been a lot happening for me. It's been a lot happening for me, man.
Dude, I didn't even tell you I was working 2 jobs at the same time. So I left my former company, but I told the other job I was starting at a certain date, but the other job's like, hey, can you stay on an extra week and a half? So I was working 2 gigs at the same time, two full-time gigs.
You was out here. Hey, don't let the IRS hear that, man. They gonna be
I know, right?
Excuse me, sir. Can you clarify what you was doing in this time for us a little bit? Yeah, man. Hey, so we back at it, man. Sports scenario. First one, hey man, we missed Super Bowl season. Got past NBA All-Star. It's been one of them stretches, man. But we back at it. Hey, shout out to some of the other programming here on the network.
Yeah, holding it down, man.
Some of these topics for me. But I'll just say the king is back, man. King is back. I'll take it from here. I appreciate it. Mad love. Everybody's welcome in this space, man. We picking it up. I saw it was popping up. Hey, and before we get too far in, we live on the SOLC on SOLC Sports and Culture feed.
Yep. We're on there. We're on YouTube as well, and on the regular SOLC fan page on Facebook. So lock in with that. It's all in the show notes if you're jumping in online or anywhere else. But do your boy Jah Morant, man.
Hey, man.
This is like his third incident, right?
In like the last 2 weeks, like he's like they should have like a new stat line for him, like 25 points a game. You know what I'm saying? Like 7 assists a game. 0.5 violations, off-court violations per week.
One gun.
And I think that the wild thing about it, so all right, let's just outline it. So last week you had the thing that I thought had got buried, like that it was peace in the world with the situation. It was already taken care of, where allegedly he got into it with like a 17-year-old, like a pickup game or something in the summer, put hands on dude.
Did they beat him up?
Yeah, the second said he put hands on dude. I mean, I feel like he kind of got over kind of easy with that. You know what I'm saying?
That kind of slid by, right?
Yeah, I feel like he might have kind of, hey,
Is it because he's in Memphis?
Take this. I have no idea. I have no idea where that was at. It was so ridiculous for me that my ridiculous filter was like, man, I'm not clicking on that. No, don't send me no pieces where you say NBA All-Star beats up 17-year-old kid. Like we in St. Louis. You're not finna see Jason Tatum. You ain't finna drive down the street see Jason Tatum just two-piecing some kid on the street. That's a wild concept. But then you come back this week and they saying that the other incident was where they said that people had to scope on somebody coming out the back of the van. That was like a month ago. So they said he had the red beam on him. Dude was like, no, that was definitely a gun. Like when they was up in Indiana. And now you come back and he waving the pistol around on Instagram. Man, what's the thing we've been telling people for a real long time, man? Don't let the social media ruin your bag, man.
I mean, this is just bad. The sad part is most of the time you can chalk it up to not having a father in your life.
Well, I think you in this case you might be able to chalk it up to having a father in your life too.
It's the same thing as the pendulum go both ways.
This is a complicated topic for the Black community, man, because this isn't usually where we at. Where it's like, hey, man, we got to be active, we got to be involved. I think our generation has done a great job of moving that along exponentially of fathers being involved in the situation. But man, I mean, I guess Jah's involved in the Shannon Sharp thing. I don't know. That ain't really Jah. I mean, T threw himself in it because I think T Morant's in it for the fame, man.
Because how old is T Morant? T Morant got to be a little bit older than us, right?
T Morant looked like he's 51 going on 26. He really out here. He's really out here in a different operating circle of how he's going about it. I don't know, man. I mean, you a father, man. I mean, it's a little bit different being a girl dad and having to get it done like that. But I mean, let's start off the court.
Yep.
And it's sad to do that with Jah, who I think is checking all the boxes that you could have possibly had for him on the court. He's doing it all. He's NBA All-Star. He's ascending. The Grizzlies are still in the mix after that breakout year. But it seems like he's I say when there's smoke, there's fire, man. I feel like there's some fire in that man's circle when he get off that court.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Arlington who checked in. He said the hood LeVar Ball. I wouldn't say that because the hood LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball is the hood though. That's the
Lavar had a plan though. Like Lavar, at least you saw what he was doing. Now you might not have felt like it was exactly what you wanted for it to be. It felt a little bit like this man all over the place. But see, T a little different. We starting to move into like what you were seeing in a music scenario here, like where you got the ratchet producer who making it be about him. But it's complicated though because it still seems like he's mad pro Jah, but he also it's like he's arguably just as notable and noticeable at the games as him, and that's wild to say because Jah ain't like no regular boring ass player.
No. It's not like he's Spencer Dunwoody. Not to disrespect this. I'm not disrespecting this Spencer Dunwoody and saying that, but he's just not a regular dude on the squad. Is he arguably top 10?
Spencer Dinwiddie is top 5 dudes who look like they should be a dad playing in the NBA, like of all time. Like he's on like that Popeye Jones level.
And he probably only 26, 27.
Yeah. At the most he is. Like Spencer Dinwiddie looked like he would look like pork chop sideburns got invented for him. But I don't want to get off topic. Like but anyway, man. So like just tying it into this situation. Like, what do you think it is that we going on here? Are we dealing with a little bit of 8 Mile Clarence? Or are we dealing with a dude who got people who's living around him and living off him and he getting wrapped up in what they doing instead of the other way around? Or what's your breakdown?
We got to remember he's from South Carolina.
Yeah.
If you look at the long line of brothers from South Carolina that have been in the NBA, Kwame Brown comes to mind off the top, who has been trolling,
who had a resurgence as well.
Yeah, and he's been trolling people for the last over a year.
I think, but we talked about Kwame in the moment when that kicked in, though. Like Kwame took a lot of strays. I think Kwame is just like a brother. What was that Samuel L. movie where a dude got fed up and he was just like, "That's it, I'm done."
Time to Kill.
Yeah. Time to Kill. Wait, was that it? Yeah, that might have been it. But I feel like Kwame just got fed up. But I mean, Shannon Sharp, a South Carolina cat for college at least. Like no, he's from South Carolina.
Yeah, he's from South Carolina. But he went to college in Savannah.
Yeah, Savannah State.
But that's all the same area. That's all the same. So that Northern Georgia and South Carolina are one state, really. Even though they're 2 different states, they're really one state.
I'm so. But anyway, man, what's your take on Jah, man? Like, what are we dealing with?
I think Jah is a player that he is not the antithesis. He's the next extension of Allen Iverson.
Ooh, in good and bad ways.
Right. So the NBA doesn't want this to happen again because the last time they had this, we had long throwback jerseys and white tees in the league for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
The last time for every player, like that was the standard dress code, was long white tee, chain.
Shout out to Jermaine O'Neal and them Pacers.
Yep. Shout out to Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson.
Yeah,
on the
Pacers, the Pacers, the Clippers, and the who else was getting it? Like the Blazers had like OGs on that team too, so they wasn't like deep in the mix like that. They just had a couple cats, Jailblazer time that was on there like that. But the Clippers
had all people that went to college though that damn near graduated. That was the funny part.
Yeah, but they also had like international cats, like Arvydas Sabonis wasn't showing up with no long tee on. Like that'd be wild. Now his son looked like he might show up with a long tee on though if he was playing.
Have you heard him talk?
DeMontis?
Yeah.
Yeah, DeMontis sound like Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, I want to talk about Travis Kelce too before we get done. Don't let us finish this thing without me bringing up Travis Kelce. Of course, since this is a live, man, I want to hear from everybody else.
Yeah, so somebody said Jah hanging with those rap dudes. I'm not sure who it is there in there who said it. Jah hanging with those rap dudes. I'm not going to put exactly what you said just because we are trying to clean up our situation.
Trying to take the label worldwide, man.
We can't. We doing soccer stuff and everything now. We can't put your real comment up on the screen.
Are we selling out? Are we becoming a different version of what I don't know. Everything grows.
Somebody said East Coast, Southern Coast. Yes, for the area of South Carolina and Georgia.
Yeah, but so like here's the thing though, and like I gotta validate some of this. So I'm just gonna throw out some of the things I've heard. Like people was calling him Clarence off 8 Mile. Like Clarence got a nice house and Clarence got 2 parents and stuff like that. Like they say, Jah had a full court, had a gated neighborhood, had all of this.
So he did. So he grew up with a little bit of change.
That's what people were saying yesterday. I gotta validate some of that. It don't sound like Ja came from the struggle though. Is what it
Ja
sounds like to me.
did go to school with. Did he not? Did he go to school with homeboy from the
Zion?
Grizzlies? Not from the Grizzlies. Zion. Did they play on the same AAU team?
No, yeah, I think they was AAU, like they was in the same area. They wasn't
Right, because everybody saw Ja because they was coming there to see Zion. And they were like, oh, I don't even. It was too late in the recruiting process for other schools to really jump on
basically. So that's how he ended up over at Murray State instead. But my thing is that like, you know, that's prevalent. And I think that for me, when I realized they did jump the shark was when they was like, man, Ja the first cat trying to make it out the NBA. I was like, oh damn. I was damn like right now over me. I got the Lakers and the Warriors game playing right now. They got Ja on the TV apologizing. Like got his statement on this game. This ain't got nothing to do with what's on this TV. But my thing about it is that part of this statement is kind of wild. He doing the standard apology. I get it. He said he got to take some time away to deal with his stress a little bit better. Like, bro, what you got to stress about, man? Like, this is the first cat who's like, my surroundings is too difficult, man. I'm in the NBA. It's too much going on. I don't know what to do with this.
I'm interested to see what. This is where your dad is supposed to be in your ass in general, in theory. The normal.
So my thing about it is your dad is on you. And I don't want
somebody. Every come. Ja trying to be Bishop from Juice.
What? Yeah, that's what I want to hear. What's your favorite movie character to associate Ja with? I got Clarence from 8 Mile. We got Bishop from Juice. Like, I hate to break it to him, but bro, you can't make it out the NBA. That's the destination. That's where you got to get. I can tell you one other thing though. The NBA can really make it real quick and be like, oh no, that's not our guy. That's not our guy. We thought he was going to be one of our guys. That's not our guy. Let's shine a little bit more light on Giannis. Let's shine a little bit more light on Luka.
The Allen Iverson thing. It's the Allen Iverson thing again, man.
Yeah, Allen and AI. And here's the thing that was the strength of AI is that AI transcended it because AI straight up came from the disadvantaged situation and then was thriving. Like Jah Morant ain't moving the culture like Allen Iverson. Ain't nobody ever laugh at Allen Iverson for what he did, man. Allen Iverson, one of the most legit cats that ever played in the NBA. This is the #1 quarterback in the country that went to prison for a situation that didn't even play out the way it was supposed to. But Ja trying to go mess around and live the Allen Iverson situation after he's already in the NBA. That ain't what he's doing yet. That's not how none of this is supposed to work. That's just not it.
Yeah, so let me jump in there. Oh, that was shout out to Scott. That was Scott that said the Blazers. Daniel Hurd, shout out to Daniel Hurd. He was saying that Ja trying to be Bishop from Juice. That was
oh God, man, you ridiculous for that, but you might be right. You might be right. Man, so I don't know. We're gonna see, man. Dude, he's out next 2 games. The Dylan Brooks is out too. I'm sorry. Lukewarm Sweets, Austin, Dylan Brooks. Who popped down that thing? I gotta address that too. This Grizzlies team might be getting low key 30 for 30 worthy if they keep on this. If they keep on this, call them young 30 for 30. I'm gonna say they 15 for 15 because they ain't got enough to have a conversation about yet. But they
So let's talk about this gun situation with Ja, man. Like, what are you like? Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, I've been stuck where you was just at for like.
Okay.
For like 2 days, I've been like, what? Like, bro, first of all, when you on Instagram acting away, being out there, cats is usually do a clout chasing. Like, that's just usually what cats is doing when you see stuff like that. I don't think there's too much more clout that you can chase than being an NBA All-Star starter. What more are you trying to accomplish here at this point, honestly, bro? Like, who you trying to keep it real for? Like, is this like how you live your life when you're away? Listen, man, I'm all good for people living their life the way that they want to live it if it ain't out there. But my thing is the rules ain't the same for you when you're at that point. Like the rules are not the same for you. Like, say what you will about the man, and he's definitely the exception. But we into year 23 or 24 with LeBron James. I mean, and what's the worst thing we got? The decision? You know what I mean? Like, that's the worst thing we got. And that's it. Like Cat's been having some wild PR here of late. Like you got Karl Malone who had a wild All-Star weekend. They got Karl Malone out there. Karl Malone, like, hey, dog, I'm not talking about my business with y'all, even though it's straight up scandalous. And like, I just want for you to understand, I ain't doing it.
If I was Karl Malone, I might have set that one out.
Yeah, I would have had John Stockton or Greg Ostertag to show up for you instead of.
Yeah, he need to stay low. Like, he's been low for a long time. People forgot. You come back out, it's like, oh, you did have sex with a 14-year-old, get her pregnant in college.
And told old boy he got to fend for himself. He looking after his family. Like, bro,
it was two kids. It was two kids because it's Cheryl Ford that played for Louisiana Tech and played in the WNBA for a long time and won a championship. Is his daughter as well.
That's right. Karl Malone, young Utah Thomas Jefferson. But anyway, man, at any rate, I think that the NBA for the most part, man, of late, in my opinion, it's kind of been cruising. Like it hasn't had situations where the guys have been off the court, especially your main guys have been in a bad look. Like the wildest thing that I think that the thing we should have is the fact that Scottie Pippen Jr. and Malik Beasley on the same team, and then that Michael Jordan's young boy is dating Scottie Pippen's situation, but this has gotten completely buried underneath.
As we sidebar for a second with that, did you see the interview where she said she didn't meet him until 2 years ago?
I would say there's no way. like the math ain't math in here. Like, what are we doing?
I didn't meet him until a party 2 years ago, she said.
Like this is like Larsa. I gotta remember Larsa's history. Larsa was there during the second three-peat, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So and these are the same little kids that was sitting up in the box during the second three-peat as well.
Probably with their kids.
This is like her going out. Like if somebody bring their kid over to the house and have them running around the house being a little kid, and you start dating them in 20 years. That's OC.
That is exactly what happened.
That is out of bounds. That is not all right. That's not all right at all. But then her statement was like, both of our parents are very happy for us. It's like you're talking about. They just want us to be happy.
Keep in mind, Jordan is probably laughing at this. He's laughing at this.
Oh, Mike got that iPad out, looking at the whole thing. Michael Jordan might be the Michael Corleone of sports, where he's a secret villain that's a hero, but he's actually the secret villain of the situation. But no, man, back to Jah, man. Hey, look, bro, I say it like this. You ain't got nothing to prove, brother. But also, I'm gonna put some of that heat onto the people that surround him too, though. Like, if T. Morant, the credit that he got initially is that he drives Jah. Like, he stays on his head. He is biggest critic. He's doing all this. Hey, man, the criticism can't just be about how you playing on the court. Like I feel like he's so busy being in the scene that you're not seeing him actually doing the parenting that need to happen. That's the issue, the way that I see it happening. Because when you got a young dude that's spiraling like this, and remember, Jah Morant's 24 years old.
Less than that.
Yeah, 23, somewhere in that range.
Remember, he came out at 19.
Yeah, I mean, so like when you think about that, like I know for everybody on this particular show right now, we needed some parenting when we was 23 years old still.
Goddamn right.
And he ain't had no millions of dollars to get wild with it. But when you start to change that dichotomy or that dynamic where they homeboys, they doing all this. Hey, man, your homeboy and your father is two different people. You can be cool with your pops, but your pops being your homeboy and like basically functioning as being like your Rich Paul or your Mav Carter or the guys from, like that ain't the dynamic, man. He need to step in. He need to step in and make it be known, bro.
Is it a thing of like, like he like the Puffy of daddies? Or is
man,
that
he very well might be Puffy, period. He might be the new Puffy. Like we haven't heard anything from Puffy that's been OC like that. I mean, Puffy popped up with the new situation, but I mean, that's all good, man. Have kids as long as you can. Be plentiful as long as you can take care of them. But I think that my man right here, the bigger issue is that like Jah need to get some people around him, man, who ain't in it for what's in it for them. Because that's just what this screams to me. It's like you got to have good OGs. If you don't got good OGs, you ain't got nothing when you're at that point. And if you, instead of OGs, you got a bunch of enablers, and the person that should be able to hit the brakes on it ain't doing it, that's a recipe for disaster, especially when you got the kind of future and the kind of access that he got.
Yeah, it's a thing of, hey, Jah, just sit down and chill. Just ride this out for this year. Let's just ride in the playoffs. I think what they're with the 2 to 3 seed right now or something like that.
I believe they might be I think they're the 2 seed still, right behind Denver.
So I'm not saying you're gonna get a ship, but you can win 1 or 2 rounds in the playoffs and move forward with it.
Yeah.
And then it's, to me, that's the wrong city to be doing it, is Memphis.
Hey, there's a lot of things that could go wrong with this. And let me be clear.
And where's Zebo at? Where's Zebo at?
Man, hey, this is one of the things that when I look at the Grizzlies roster, though, like, they wild young, man. There ain't a lot of OGs on that roster either.
You right.
Steven Adams there, man. But Steven Adams, like, they need like a Steven Jackson, like a cat who gonna match their energy, but also gonna be like, nah, we ain't on that. Or like just like pick a pacer from 2005 and put him on that team, except for Ron Artest. But pick a pacer from 05, put him on that team. They need something like that because the team young, man, and they need it not only just for on the court, but I feel like they need more and more of that off the court now too.
Jai's got to figure this out because the NBA is not going to do another Allen Iverson situation again. They will.
Absolutely not. NBA is a completely different business now. They're not going to go through it. And what I don't want to have happen is that Ja kind of gets relegated to that Russell Westbrook level of fame, where it's like he a big star, he's active, all of that, but the league ain't really putting no vehicle behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the vehicle is still behind Luka. It's behind Giannis. You hear more about Jokic, but like Ja should be right there. Like, Jason Tatum's star is going up like crazy right now, right? But like, Ja should be right there. Like, all the things should be in place for him to be that. But I don't want to see the brother get marginalized because he making decisions that don't jive with what it means to really be a superstar in the most famous crossover sport in America next to NFL. And for individual athletes, the NBA is unrivaled. I mean,
by far.
The Shield is the biggest thing in America. But if you're going to be an individual star, there's nothing like the NBA. So don't mess that up for yourself.
Does everybody see what you look like? The whole demo.
You out there, dog. Nike just dropped the line behind them. You know what I mean? What kind of year is Nike having? You drop Kyrie, and then you say Ja going to be the guy that's going to take it at that point. They had the pop-up joint at the All-Star game, like the whole like ice, like the ice building where his shoes were sliding down the ice slide when you bought them. Like, they putting that cake behind Ja, man. Like, this was a straight building made out of ice that had like an ice conveyor belt where Josh shoes, when you bought them, came down the joint. Like, they were trying to make him be that guy, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's fire as hell. But don't become Kenny Anderson. Don't become Stephon Marbury when you can be Dwayne Wade or something like that, man. Like, straight up. Like,
and you're selling Starberries.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm just saying, just like Stephon Marbury by the talent, like Stephon Marbury and Allen Iverson was the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they came in at the same time. Them two things went two different ways. You know what I mean? And he got the chance to get the best parts of the Iverson situation while leaving all that other stuff behind, man. You got to learn from these cats that came before you. And me and you, we've seen this play out before, and I don't want it to go that way for him. So
we already know the next thing, though. Next thing, we're going to hear that he got a prostitution ring.
Oh, Lord. They're going to start putting stuff on him. They're going to start, Jah Morant was there too. Man, Ja was playing right when that. No, he was there. I saw him. Like, damn. Like, was he?
I was in the building with him.
I was right there. Like, yeah, you don't want to be that. So I hope the best for him, man. It's a wild situation, dog. Don't be out here doing all that, man. Don't blow your bag before it get to you, brother. That's a bad situation when that happened. All right, man. Hey, talk to me about your evening last night, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to
in town, huh?
Yeah, man. Shout out to In the Zone. Hooked us up, helped us get the passes going for the soccer season, man.
Man, I didn't even know you wanted to go do that. That's just a call for me. I didn't even know you was trying to make it.
I just threw it out there just to see. I thought they was gonna reject me, to be honest with you. I was
My man is over publicity for STLSC.
Yeah, but I just thought they would see my hair in the video and be like, oh, hell no. Because that's how I felt with the
man. Remember, man, you're the public face of this whole thing.
I know, but I wonder,
like magazine covers and stuff.
Hey, because so I will get.
You kind of look like Ronaldinho or something like that. They probably thought you was a different guy coming in there. Like, man, we got a Brazilian soccer outlet in St. Louis. We got to get him in there. It's SOLC, man. I think that the O is silent or something though. Like it's
Just
saying that
SOLC.
like it's Portuguese or something like that. Yeah, man.
So it was at the game last night. I mean, crowd was crazy. Yo, St. Louis people, y'all OC. They got chants already built in. I don't know, how did y'all figure this all out? And this is the internet right here though, because I'm assuming there's some website where everybody got together in some Facebook group.
There was a Zoom.
Yeah. And I told people were bringing drums. I was like, how do you bring a drum into a game to drum? And I'm talking about like the big old, like, the band, band drums with the, like the Purdue big drum that they got, they come out with the pounding on it.
Yeah.
The crowd was crazy, man. It was a totally different level and feel of it. And shout out to the commissioner of MLS that I jumped out and my question. He looked at me. He triple teched at me when I came in my question. He went, "Oh yeah. MLS is growing," because he looked at me like 3 times. Like, was it your question? You sure it was you?
It was me, dog.
Yeah, it was me. And it was just a great crowd. I mean, the venue was dope. I mean, if you haven't been there, they have 25 different restaurants. It's like a big food court.
It's amazing, man. When I was flying into town on Friday night, and they were having the launch concert. First, shout out to Keith Harris, shout out to the folks over at Synergy for that, Metro Boom and Anderson Paak, and it going down there. But that you can see it stands out in downtown when you fly over downtown. So it's like it's a awesome looking venue when you're coming in. And I can't wait for that to be rocking while Bush is lit up and like all of that. It's going to be amazing distraction from Gotham City, just 5 minutes north of there. Like, it's going to be great. Batman's going to be able to do his work.
I was thinking about the Jack Boys, though. I was thinking about the Jack Boys are sitting there like, it is on tonight.
Oh, yeah. It looked like Christmas for them boys. Hey, you better strategically park going to that joint, but we can only do what we could do at a particular time. It was like a wild night downtown last night, though, because I was across the street at a hospital gala, so I couldn't come for that. But people showed it was like a Western themed joint, so people walking around with chaps. There was a horse out there right across from the pitch, which they just opened in Union Station for the the soccer pub they got in there. Like, it was a lot of wild things happening at one time.
Arch Madness, Missouri Valley Conference was going on down at the Enterprise,
and Trevor Noah was down there too.
That's right.
Trevor Noah was at the Steeple. St. Louis was going up on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? But the vibe sounded awesome, man. I'm going to definitely get down there soon to check it out as well. I mean, hell, we might as well just keep going now. Just get on the credentials list.
Yeah. We own it.
Be in the spot forever, man. And it's it's great, man. A lot of my colleagues are covering it, from the different outlets here in town and things like that. And I think it's a needed element in town. You know what I mean? To have another big sport that is a driver in town for it to happen like that. So I think they got a chance, hey, listen, I'm not finna act like we talking about the Premier League or nothing like that. We talking about La Liga or nothing like that. But sometimes you just as big as your buzz, right? And if your buzz is high up, man, it's gonna be a big deal. But I think you know what I'm getting ready to say now.
Here we go.
We need to set the tone about some things here about this here sport for people in this city to get used to it, because I heard a lot of people in this city being like, "Oh man, it's another white sport. You got baseball, you got hockey, but you ain't got no NFL or no NBA." Hey, saying that soccer is a white sport is a good way for me to get an instant IQ test on you, like right then and there. Like, I immediately know what I'm dealing with. If you
half
say
the people on the pitch were black last night.
If you say some pinhead stuff like that, I know exactly what I'm dealing with when you say soccer is a white sport. You living in a bubble, and you got to get up out of that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, and it started from someone's Facebook post, and I normally don't even interact with people like this on the line, but it rubbed me the wrong way, because I've seen some people like, "Oh, well, it's not the sport that nobody wanted to see. What about basketball, football? That's where black people would be at." And then I start thinking about, even after I put up my political reply, I started thinking about it. I was like, it would still be all white people here, even if it was NBA or NFL game, right?
Yeah, let's be real clear about this. Turn on an NBA game. Or actually, you know what? Go to an NBA game. Hey, it's gonna be like you going to a PWI, basically. You're gonna see a couple of you in there, but then you're gonna see a whole lot of you. The makeup of a college basketball game and a professional basketball game ain't too much different, other than, guess what? You got a whole lot more companies that own them seats. and that's how it worked.
And my thing is that person must have thought that this is going to be CIAAs. Like if the basketball team comes, it's going to be the CIAAs every weekend downtown.
No,
nah,
that's not how it works.
Let's say.
I mean, but wait a minute though. But the Rams games wasn't even like that.
No, that's my point. That was what I was saying.
When you go to the Battlehawks next week, it ain't gonna be like that. It just ain't. That's not what the makeup.
We only 13% of the population.
Yeah,
and 13% of us at the game yesterday too.
And then you got to talk about the people that are that can actually pay for it.
There we go. That's the big thing. Them season tickets is going.
Slice is 75% right after that. Like the white sport, black sport narrative is some bullshit.
And you brought the baseball thing too as well, man. Like when we were texting, like some people would sit there and be like, "Oh, all these other sports that black people in America may not be totally recognizing like that we should be branching out to in general, period, and diversifying our thing." Yo, you go on to Lindenwood playing basketball. No disrespect to Lindenwood, and I'm saying this, you're not going pro.
You're gonna
maybe you should have been throwing some more balls at the batting cage.
Get that education. I'm pro it. You're a Division I basketball player. Congratulations. Here's the thing, though. It's a line. I don't stand on this. It's a whole lot of people that got their kids playing sports that they not going as far as they could if they did actually let them get involved in these so-called white sports.
100% agree.
You get them out there playing hockey. You get them out there playing baseball. Like, I'll just use baseball and soccer. Baseball and soccer alone are sports where it is legitimately proven throughout time. When we get out there and we get involved, we ascend to the absolute top of the sport.
Look at like I said, the best 2 or 3 players right now in the world are black right now.
Yeah.
Hello. Soccer, Mbappe, Rashford, 3 black guys.
Hello. Like, just look at it. But listen,
and they black too. People don't understand just because some of them British and French, they up in your clubs in New York with you at the spots you be at.
Oh man, hell yeah, man! Like I mean, listen, man. When the World Cup gets here in a couple of years, hell, you got the Tournament of the Americas here next year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
America, yeah.
When you look at everything that's going on through that, soccer is a bigger black sport than any sport in America.
I agree.
And just because you right here watching the NFL and because you want your kids to fulfill your dreams of the sports you wanted to be great at or what you consider to put prestige on, don't hold them back from things that they could actually change the destiny.
And more money, man. Go look at the wages for a regular player, not in MLS, making $800,000.
Yeah, I'm over that. That those opinions about what sports are for black folks, what sports are for white people, fall directly into my bucket of toxic blackness. When people do things, I put it right in the toxic blackness bucket with people that look down on people for not going to HBCUs and people that look at people for judging how they live their life based off who they date and things like that. That's toxic blackness. That ain't your business. What you need to be doing is looking for the best avenues and really investigating things before you make statements and place them in places, because that's a good way to not broaden your horizons in the way that you need to. But here's the good news for you. When it comes to sports, I'm not going to let you do that. If you do try to do it, I'm going to make fun of you. And you can say what you want to say back. My ducks is in a row. And anything that comes with this, my credentials are going to check out when it comes to this sport business. So there is no such thing as a white sport unless you want to say, oh, my son, who's at his absolute best chance, he can maybe be 6'2", because his daddy 5'10" and you 5'5", you better put a soccer ball in front of that little fast ass boy and have him running around. And then when he's not doing that, put a glove on his hand and have him running around playing center field. If you want to play a little basketball, that's cool. I love it. But just know there's only so many 6-foot point guards that's going to make it to the NBA.
I mean, what's Jah Morant, 6'1", 6'2"?
Yeah, 6'2", 6. Yeah, he's legit height. Like, I mean, but I'm
saying, but you gotta think, and Jah's small for the league.
Well, watch the NCAA tournament and look at all these guys that's gonna be in there. When you got like teams that have like 6'8" centers, like that's just the way it is. Like, cats ain't big. Like your average human being, the average male in America is just around 6 feet tall. Like, that is
it's like 5'10" and a half.
5'10", still 5'11". I mean, it's around there. So like,
but I'm saying, and that's the average.
Yeah, that's a point guard. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. And there's only so many point guards that's gonna make it. Tell you what, there's a whole lot of 6'1" cats playing center field. It's a whole lot of 5'10", 5'9" cats that's playing forward out on those soccer pitches.
Yep.
Like, how big was the average cat out there last night?
5'8".
In what? The 6th best soccer league in the world?
Yep. I would say worse than 6th. I would say
Maybe.
maybe 8th or 9th. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like it is what it is. Like that's I don't know, man. This is one of them things I think that the next World Cup can do some good for us. But I definitely think that the MLS being in cities like St. Louis and being popular and doing things like that, I'm interested to see what the legs of what this team can do over time.
And even look at the women's team. Half the women's team is black. Like I'm gonna take my daughter to the women's game against New Zealand next month. Like, but she can see other black girls out there, like at the highest level, like the national team.
Yeah,
out there, like in those. I mean, shout out to Dennis Rodman's daughter is like one of the best players in the in WSL right now.
Right. People don't know that. It's our job to educate. We'll do it. We'll keep on doing it.
Do it in a fun way, you know.
Stay tuned into stay tuned into what we got going for you here on SOLC because we'll keep on hitting you with that soccer from a black.
One person though that did have a lot to say about the slave trade is Texas Tech coach. Hold on, it's not Mark Davis. It's
Ebenezer.
Mark Adams from
Mark
Texas
Adams
Tech.
is more like when you see this guy, man, you realize
he looks like a slave owner.
Yeah, he looks like an evil preacher. Like he looked like one of the people that like said like it's divine right for us to own this land.
And if you told me he was Amish, I believe you.
I want to go on ancestry.com and go back in time on him. I may have some time to trace this man's genealogy and find out where he's at. I guarantee you it ain't gonna take too long to find out what corner of the panhandle he owned his land in.
And you got to think, and even before, so Mark Adams, who basically got his job on accident because Chris Beard left in the toward like before they could get another coach, and he's like, oh, I guess you still assistant. We want to keep some continuity, and they just kept him on because they didn't have time to do a job search because that's when Smart left. Shaka Smart left the Marquette the last minute, and then Texas pulled him, and they was like, well, shit, we ain't got nobody. Well, shit, you the assistant coach, come on in. And then you do this, and he was actually a good defensive coach. But he talked about in the Bible that slaves need to listen to their masters.
During a team speech for the Texas Tech men's basketball team, this man said that was what was taught in the Bible. First of all, what the hell is going on? Like, this Texas Tech team has been a thorn in my side this year. Not only did they beat Iowa State and take out one of my main parlays of the year that should have cashed out, now this dude out here talking about preaching the virtues of slavery through the lens of the Bible. Hey, man, be careful where you're sending your kids to, man. Because this dude also had to walk up into some black parents' living rooms and say, this is the place for your son to come in.
But he didn't recruit none of them. These are all Chris Beard's guys.
This is ridiculous. And here's the one thing about it I'm gonna say: at the very least, what this should do is get us a brother hired at Texas Tech.
Oh, last brother they had was Tubby Smith.
Yeah, well, at this point, I need to see another brother getting that gig.
It's gonna be Saul Smith in a minute. Tubby's son.
Back there. This is a reparations job now. Yep, write this in. This is what I want.
You know what? You're not lying, though. I'm thinking about it more and more. They got to get a black coach now.
You can't do nothing like that and then not have it in there. Like, listen, man, the history of brothers coaching programs in Texas, the state of Texas, ain't great. Charlie Strong, not great. Shaka Smart, not great. Hope that brother that's the job that's got the situation in Texas now gets another job because they out there doing God's work, beating Kansas.
Sampson, though. He's on that scale of almost being white, not look wise, but with his actions.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, he had a show clause for 3 years he couldn't coach.
Yeah, that's Indiana. Fair. That's fair. I mean, yeah. And
he was doing it early, people. So people don't know what a show clause is. Basically, it's like you can't coach for a certain because you're on probation as a person.
Yes, he got put on. He got basically a limited life probation. For what he was
early sending text messages. That was back in this is early, so it was at the time you could not contact players. There's a certain time period. Now it's a Wild Wild West.
Yeah, you can do it.
Then he was sending text messages from his wife phone and stuff though. So it was like, oh, hey, what you up to? I'm on. You want me to come through? And see,
you hungry? You need something to eat? like on the OC-ness like that. Hey man,
You had one more time. You said you want to talk about Travis Kelce.
oh yeah, man, let's talk about Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce hosted SNL last night. I
Yes, I
gotta go
heard.
check that out when we get done here. I want to see what's going on with that. But I haven't realized, maybe I have been flying underneath the radar a little bit. Travis Kelce might be getting that G Pass list, like elite level G Pass list with the black female delegation.
Oh, that's already been happening.
But the second bowl, him getting out there grabbing the mic, cutting them promos next to Pat Mahomes. By the way, I want to talk about that too. And doing like Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is like moving into like that Drake category at this point, where he's getting the hood pass based on the involvement.
Oh, just by association.
Yeah, like typically a cat like Drake, I mean, it wouldn't usually work out that way. A light-skinned cat coming out of Canada, that ain't really what usually ends up connecting with the sisters of America. But here we are. Travis Kelce shows the difference between where you get your haircut, though. Travis Kelce goes and gets his haircut in the hood because he got the same parents as his brother. His brother looked like he'd be a bouncer. But again, he grow the beard out. He got the regular white dude cut. Travis Kelce go get the taper. He get edged up.
He go. What's a KC barbershop? Somebody, if anybody listening for KC, he goes. He got to be going to like John and Brothers.
Travis Kelce, I know has a leftovers plate with some foil over it in his house right now. Like he definitely does. Like,
and think about he had drama with a black woman going back and forth with on social media.
Travis Kelce is the difference between when you've been drinking that Coors Light and then somebody pour you some Hennessy for the first time.
Ooh.
Like, I bet you he know that you ain't supposed to have peas and carrots in your rice. Like, he knows that, and he's bringing it to the table. Like, what do you think Travis Kelce know how to play spades?
Got to. Now,
Jason Kelce know how to play spades?
The flicker in your thing is, how's his brother? Like, they're
like age difference?
No. I'm talking about like they literally went two different routes of like living, but have the same last name.
This is what happens when you get a taste of that brown sugar early on. Travis Kelce's up there in Cincinnati. He got a little taste of that brown sugar. And he said, this is what I'm finna be about. And that's why when they had the draft story where Andy Reid called Travis and said, can I trust you? He said, put your brother on the phone. And then he had to ask him. This might be the first time we had a white dude who had to get checked, verified by a different white dude.
Normally, they just get it carte blanche.
Yeah, he was on the phone when he got drafted. Andy Reid, he was just like, hey, am I going to be able to trust you? He was like, yes, sir, absolutely. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do this, this, and that. And then he said, all right, put your brother on the phone. And then his brother had to get on the phone and say the same thing. He said, all right, bet, we're going to pick him. It's because Travis Kelce had an understood black card.
He did.
He had to get a co-signing. At least they didn't call old boy from Texas Tech. He'd been better off that way. Speaking of Texas Tech, home Pat Mahomes, you see his brother who is just internationally annoying, and for that, hey, they got him on tape getting aggressive, trying to get that loving in the club.
Whoa, they do?
Yeah, man. Last night it popped up. They said Jackson Mahomes. They had a statement from the chick and everything. I think that this brother might have he's about to get the opposite Travis Kelce effect, where he about to have to realize, hey man, you black still, dog. You can't do these things like this. This ain't how it works. Oh, what is this disrespect? Hey man, I'm watching this Lakers game.
Jackson Mahomes.
Go ahead.
No, I said Jackson Mahomes looks way more like you're gonna arrest him. Look, than Patrick does.
Yeah,
Jackson don't necessarily look all the way black, but he looks like Hispanic a little bit. Like it looks like you're gonna pull him over more than Patrick.
Yeah,
you gotta watch out even more. Is my point.
Well, dude be OC, man. I mean, like, yeah, like you can't be over there doing all that. You can't be doing that. Like, dude just doing too. Like, he's the definition of doing too much.
Dude, his name is internet. He's an internet personality. That's what he's. So he never played football in college or nothing.
Hell no, that dude ain't done nothing but be the brother of a cat who's good at what he do. Like, Pat Mahomes got a different type of you need to make sure you got good people around you situation. Like, but I mean, all he got is he got an annoying wife. He's got an annoying wife and a little brother who think that the fame is his because of what his brother do. There's a lot of people with them problems. It just happens to be on a bigger stage because Pat Mahomes is the best football player on earth. But hey, I've heard a lot of stories from folks out in KC about this dude, man. And I think that now,
Oh, that he be wilding?
oh man, wilding big time, wilding big time. Like he tried to get the restaurant. Like he was mad that this club or this lounge or something wouldn't let him come in during COVID and just do whatever he wanted to do, and he tried to get them shut down, like that type of stuff. Like he a Karen.
Oh, dang! Somebody said Jackson gonna get treated like Tito Jackson.
Oh man, damn! I see you lucky. Now you lucky that you didn't say.
Yeah, and I'm assuming you're on your phone, Black Wall Street, trying because I'll let you slide on the phonetics there, but he's not gonna get treated like Tito Jackson. First of all, Tito Jackson is a very friend of the show. He's never been on this show, but he's a friend of the show.
He is a friend of the program, the whole network, if you will.
Yes, exactly. Tito is good to go. But so Jackson. He's only 22. So did he go to Tech with Patrick? Or he basically didn't do nothing but just
Patrick's already 27. No, I don't think that he would have. I don't think he did anything. Remember, his daddy rich too. So like,
because he played for the Twins.
Yeah, like yeah, it is what it is. I don't want to Google like Jackson and then Jackson Mahomes comes up first. Like when I just Googled Jackson Mahomes came up, then Jackson Hewitt, then Jackson State Tigers football, and then
Jackson he didn't got ahead of
Jackson Mahomes video came up right after that.
So he's got ahead of a university and institution, like a straight like a full on like Series 500 company.
Followed by Jackson Brown, a musician, after that. So it is what it is. Yeah, man. These are two different issues we bookended this with. Jah's got some bad. It sounds like Jah got some bad folks around him, and he making bad decisions. Pat Mahomes got some annoying people around him, but he not making bad decisions. So, like, does Patrick Mahomes have to be like, shut him down? Hey, man.
No, you keep him out there to keep the feds off you.
Oh, damn. So you think Pat is out here actually living raunchy and Jackson is the decoy?
Of course.
Oh,
let him do what he do out there. I ain't got to worry about nobody looking for me.
Damn. That's a level of quarterback, and I just never thought that we'd have to see. You have to throw your little brother out there to be the decoy.
He's like, yeah, go and do your thing. And he don't necessarily promote it, but he don't tell him to settle down either.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Well, man, what's up? What's next for Just Kicking It, man? We starting off a brand new endeavor via the live coverage era.
Yeah, man. We gonna be at the games, man. Hopefully, I can keep on getting everything popping for the games. It was super dope sitting on press row and doing all that stuff, man. So we gonna keep it moving with that. Me and Bia have another show out tomorrow.
No, you drop and be sure to put over. We dropped the recap video earlier today. You can check that.
Yeah. Go over to Just Kicking It podcast. Check that out. If you're on YouTube, if not, if you're in the SOC fan group, I'll drop it in there too after we done here. And y'all can check that out as well. It was like you see how crazy the crowd was. It was, and you know, so St. Louis is the first expansion team to sell out all their tickets before the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, and also they basically came in with the most bread. So like St. Louis basically went from like an expansion team basically to like a mid-tier team like immediately. Like before even the lights was on, they were mid-tier.
But this is all predictable, man. I mean, we knew this is what it was going to be like. I mean, the credit's got to go to the to all the owners and to the investors that have made sure that once it got off the ground, it was a fitting product, and that's what's happening here. I mean, the MLS has got to be thrilled with that. That's got to be one of the biggest launches that they've ever had for a franchise this weekend, and what that's looked like. And
shout out to my high school buddy, man, Taylor Twelman. Got to see him last night as well.
Okay,
you know he's got the full deal. He's on Apple TV with the doing MLS. He left ESPN, so he's over there full time doing that, which is an interesting thing. And he talked about that. I didn't put that in some of the clips, but he was talking about how he saw that was the best route for them to be able to have their own situation and brand for being on Apple Plus. And if you go on there, everybody's low key. If you have T-Mobile, you get it for free for a year. MLS on Apple Plus, you get it for free for all our T-Mobile fans. If you want to check it out, but every team has their
So if
own.
you're selling drugs, you get access to the MLS for free.
Wow, so you think everybody at T-Mobile sells drugs? Damn, I got the two phones and shit. Like fucking
I know you got two phones, ain't you? You need it.
It's every team has their own channel where they have their own video product that they can curate for their team within the Apple Plus platform, which is something different that other teams don't have yet within one platform.
Yeah, Apple Plus needs something like that too, because Apple Plus got to distinguish themselves. I mean, Apple got infinite money; they ain't gonna go nowhere. But I mean,
they might be getting the Pac-12 soon, though, too.
Yeah, that's a good way to drive it in there. Well, the pack, however many's left.
Yeah, no, it may be the Pac-6.
It would be a six-pack conference.
The six-pack.
Oregon State, Arizona State, Utah, and Colorado.
No, those gonna be gone.
Oh Lord,
they talking about only ones that's Oregon State, Washington State. They said Cal and Stanford have said they'll go independent. Like fuck it, if nobody don't want us, we just go independent. We got enough money.
Jesus Christ. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see UCLA in the Big Ten because that makes sense. I'm telling you, man, we got to do. You know what? I'm booking it right now. We're about to start a series here on Sports Scenario. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna do the work. I'll make the charts. I'll do every stuff we got to do. We're about to introduce the concept of relegation and what it would look like in a major North American league to have relegation. Who would be relegated?
What league for? I think it's basketball, right?
We did it kind of for basketball, but I want to talk about some real things that could happen because you got to have associate leagues. You got to have it. I just want to say we'd be in a world where like the San Antonio Spurs problem wouldn't be trying to draft Victor Wembanyama. It would be trying to not get sent to go play over in the Euro League.
Right. Or playing in Mexico.
Right. Ariba, congratulations.
And your salary's cut in half.
You getting paid in pesos now. No more tanking. You got to keep going. But imagine if there was relegation in college sports, though. And that's what it's about. So that's what I'm going to bring to the table. College basketball, I think, would be a good place to start. Like, hey, the NCAA tournament truly decides if you make the NCAA tournament, you get to stay another year. If you don't, you're going down. You got to play your way back up.
You got to win that NIT to stay alive.
So the playing games, if you go out, you got to go down into the NIT bracket.
That's what I'm saying. You got to go into the NIT.
All year, you're only playing for the chance to make the NIT bracket. You can you got to win your conference or you got to stay in your thing unless you can win up. If you get to the Elite 8 of the NIT, you get a chance to come up the next year.
Yep, that's it. That's simple stuff, man. But they're never gonna do it. But it'd be awesome if they did relegation.
It'd be incredible. Relegation
until our schools get relegated.
Oh damn, Mizzou would have been relegated by now. We'd definitely be playing the NIT bracket. We back this year though, baby. We back. No, we got the double bye in the SEC tournament now. We're not playing until Friday.
Damn, y'all got double byes?
We number 4 seed, double bye.
Damn. Y'all just said, fuck it. We just going to have whoever the top 4 seeds going to have to make the finals at some point.
College basketball makes absolutely no sense this year. I know we can talk about that. The pain of an Iowa State fan that is every other week you have a different experience with that team.
And like we just beat Baylor yesterday. Like makes no sense.
For absolutely no reason. Like just to fuck with people like me is why they beat Baylor.
But yeah, man, thank y'all for listening as always. We will be rocking again soon. Man, Matt, you got anything coming up on the radio and anything?
Yeah, man. You can always catch me 590 Fan here in St. Louis. You catch it on the 590 Fan app, 7 to 10 with Hot Take Central, AM 7 to 10. And then every Friday afternoon, you got High Noon live from Jimmy's Place here. If you're in St. Louis, come on out, have lunch, early happy hour with us, man. We rocking that every Friday. Every Friday afternoon. And, stay locked in here. Like I said, man, the schedule is
sounds like a spot that would be a guy named Jimmy that in my mind. Is this what Jimmy is this guy? Is this
this spot is actually dope, man. They got like 75 TVs in this joint. So
where's Jimmy's place at?
It's on Dorset, right when you right by before you get to Cybergs and all that stuff up there on
oh snap! It's on the right side on the other across the street area from them,
right?
From
exactly.
Cyberg.
So yeah, we'll be doing a couple of live shows during the NCAA tournament. Both for the first 2 days. So yeah, man, we got a lot going on, man. So stay locked in. Baseball season coming up, so business is gonna be picking up on that side. Hey, Stay plugged into Jordan Walker, baby. 3 homers already this spring. We got another brother that's on the way that's making noise. But and also just remember, if I don't leave you with anything else, baseball is not a white sport, and neither is soccer.
There we go. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all. Peace.